Johnny, you're crippled. I get it. We heard you. But why is it that it's always a beggy, beg thing? Why can't you just do a show? I'm being honest. Why can't you just do a show? If I were in a situation where I lost my legs, or I had MS, or I was shitting in a bag, or whatever the situation was, right? What would I be doing other than shitting in that bag all day? But sitting in front of a computer, probably. So why don't you just do a show? What do you do all day, Johnny? Former DJ, former comedian. Now I'm crippled. I'm on steel toe 2 days a week. I stream occasionally, and then I give up after 25 minutes because I made spillies. I got water all over the place. Aaron, Johnny, your problem is your emotions. It's not your MS. It's not the MS. It's not helping. But like Virgie said in this chat just a couple weeks ago, he had a cousin with MS who worked up on the goddamn power poles and shit. And fucking body ached him every goddamn day, but he still went into work. Plenty of guys out there work through the pain. Nobody's even asking you to do that. We're not asking you to climb poles. We're not asking you to fucking, to knock railroad spikes into the ground with a fucking sledgehammer. We're not asking you to go coal mining. But how about you just, like, literally just do a show? Do you understand what I'm doing right now? Doesn't even require me to get off my ass. So please understand, Johnny, I'm not even being unreasonable here. I'm not even telling you to get off your ass. All you got to do is fucking find some funny videos to watch, play some fucking video games, and be funny, and be engaging, and talk to your audience. That's all you got to do. This isn't hard. Johnny, it's just you and me. My audience can't hear me. This isn't a hard job. Don't tell a lot of people. Shh. Don't tell a lot of people. Because if they find out that this is easy, they're all going to do it. And then we're going to be out of work. So, shh. It's easy to do this. Dan Snot said, just play some body cam videos and invite an Asian friend to eat weird shit. There you go. Or in my case, just make fun of Aaron every night and occasionally bring Virgie on to chipmunk laugh at him. It's not hard. It's not hard. I think the problem is, Johnny, is, and this is just me being nice. And I'm not going to be as mean to Johnny as I am to Aaron. I really just don't have, despite Johnny being a crybaby, begging little fucking groveling worm and being a lazy like he's just a worm with no backbone. But I don't blame him for that, and I don't necessarily hate him for that. Aaron is a contemptible person. Aaron has continuously and proudly displayed some of the most egregious behavior I've ever seen. He is predatory towards women. He is always a tough guy when it comes to women or kids or people smaller than him. But man, the minute people start picking on him back, he's in court crying about it. So Aaron is contemptible. You're just a lazy bum asshole who could easily get your shit together if you wanted to. So I'm not going to come from a place of rage like I do with Aaron. But I am going to give you some medicine you're probably not going to want to hear, Johnny boy. Like I just said earlier, nobody is even asking you to literally get off your ass. You have some sort of a pipeline to an audience. You have more of an advantage than most other people do in this game. You're on a show that, for better or for worse, is very visible. You could easily break away from Aaron Imholt and have little to no baggage that is associated with Aaron Imholt. The problem with you, Johnny, and I don't know how to say this gently, you're not interesting. You're not funny. You're not a comedian. You're not an engaging streaming. You're not a guy that people want to watch. And you know why? Because you are, as greaseball Italians from New York would say, a fucking miserable. You're a mope. Nobody wants to hang around a mope. Think about that, Johnny. Hey, anybody want to go to the bar with me and mope? Anyone? Anyone want to come to a bar with me and instead of playing darts or pool or talking to some people we haven't seen in a while, shooting the shit, playing some songs we all like on the touch tunes, how about we go to the bar and we sit there all hunched over and we don't talk to anybody? You guys want to go moping with me? Guys, how about this? I just found a really good deal on a vacation package. If you guys want to come with me, right? If we all chip in, we can get this cruise package and we'll only have to pay like $150 all inclusive for all of us, right? It's a special moping package. We're going to go on a cruise ship and we're going to mope the whole time. And we're going to cry about our diseases we have no power over. And we're going to make sure everybody else around us knows that we're also not in a bad mood. We're not in a good mood. We need everyone. We're going to broadcast it loud and proud and make sure that everyone on the cruise ship knows I'm sad. You're just broadcasting your fucking sadness all the time, Johnny. And that's what we can't stand about you. Yeah, life sucks. Having MS sucks. And you know what else it is, Johnny? Unfair. Now, there we go. Boom. That's all you're going to get out of life for it. It sucks and it's unfair. Now what? Now what? I'm just saying. Fucking Sabrina Carpenter walks up to you right now and tells you she wants to flop your dead legs right over her shoulders and just literally fuck your dick with her mouth. You're going to sit there and whine about your fucking MS? You're going to let that get in the way? Are you going to cry because you spilled your water? Or are you going to take the blowjob, asshole? You are a fucking miserable. What are you going to do? You're going to sit around and cry all day? Now, I want to go back and break this video down again because it's very important. I want to break down exactly piece by piece what he's saying here. A cripple needs a crib because he's broken.
Hi, I'm Johnny. Rest assured the house behind me is fake, so it's not really burning. I am...
Mix your music lower, you fucking cripple. I can't hear you.
I'm a streamer who used to be a comedian and a DJ. I am handicapped. I have multiple sclerosis. I've had it for like 20 years now. It sucks balls. I don't recommend it. I also am the father of an amazing 6-year-old little girl, but that is beside the point. To be near that amazing 6-year-old, I've been living with her mother, and unfortunately now I need to find a new living situation.
Time out, Tony. Couple tree things. What do we hear that what sounds off about that? First of all, it's been confirmed I'm pretty sure it's been confirmed, right? That somebody's talked about it. He lives in the basement of his baby mother's house. So, and he's got, obviously, as he says in this video, he doesn't have any money on hand right now to move. So he's not making money. He doesn't have money. So is the real reason why he's staying in his baby's mom's basement is because she feels bad for him. And basically, in front of his own kids, he's basically the failing, creepy, crippled dad that lives in the basement. I'm assuming they're tired of having him around. I'm assuming they're tired of him being a fucking burden. And now he wants to move out. But he's making up this whole thing about, first of all, he's doing what people do when they move back with their parents. Remember that? I mean, everybody did that old gag when they were like, Bro Mikey, the cooking guy we watch sometimes. Like, he was married and he lived in a shitty house with his wife. Then all of a sudden one day he was talking about living with his dad again to help out his parents. You know, always do that, Mangle? So anyway, AP, as I was trying to figure out, I know I made Johnny cry, and then he cried. I can't. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I'm almost positive Johnny cried on Steel Toe another time because I remember somebody. I remember us playing it. I remember somebody sending it to me, and it was having nothing. Oh, it was. Yeah, it was. It was when when the listeners were busting his balls because he didn't vote, and then they were giving him shit about like collecting disability but not even bothering to vote, and he had a meltdown. So that was the second time. But this was Johnny with his podcast with his girlfriend, and this was like a couple months, maybe a couple weeks ago.
Of I think they're called sheath underwear. It's got a pouch for each ball individually, and or your balls separate from your dick and your legs, rather.
I'm not doing a show. We're done.
You might want to try that.
I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
No,
yeah?
I
okay.
fell and I made a mess because I spilled the water I was trying to bring over here, and I have had it with my body today. I can't fucking do a show anymore. I need to turn this off and go. So,
all right. You guys have a great one. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, fucking sorry. I don't. Fuck it. Whatever. I make like $20 to do this stupid thing. I can't do this.
Yeah.
Fucking screw this.
So there it is. Virgie said Mersh is the one that unzipped him so personally. I think every time Johnny has cried since the first one was on Mersh's account. You think I broke the dam? Johnny hasn't cried in years, and I just made him cry, and ever since he can't stop now. Virgie, I'm not doing a show because I spilled water. Give me a house, please. You know what I mean? Like, bro. Like, I don't even... Look, I don't give a fuck, man. People can say that I'm an e-bagger and I'm an e... Fine, we all are. It's whatever, right? But, like, some of us put in the goddamn hours, at least. Some of us put in the hours, Johnny. And it's like I told you, bro, you don't even have... You have MS, fine. You don't even have to get out of the chair. You can do this. And Johnny, if you focused at it and you were consistent at it and you worked hard, you might actually... You have a little quirkiness to you. If you were willing to take a little abuse from your audience, and just in the form of super chats, you could get a quirky little regular show going where you make money. Your problem is you're lazy, you sit around, you smoke weed all day, and you cry about shit, and you don't get anything done, and you want everything given to you. You want this pity house. It's disgusting. It's pathetic. Some of us at least put in the hours. My thing is, Johnny... You did the little doo-wop, ba-da-ba-dee-ba-doo-bop. You did your little fun little song, right? About how a cripple needs a crib. So you're obviously capable. By the way, I'm not even saying it was good, because it wasn't good, but it was capable. You can obviously make little production pieces when it suits you. So why don't you just, and I'm really thinking Taco Bell outside the bun right now, why don't you just make content? Do you feel me, bro? You could just make content, and in making content, over time, people will give you money. And every time you spill a water, instead of crying and ending the show, you just move on. Do you know how many times I've like spilled a beer in here, or dropped something, or spilled liquor or something? I grab a quick towel or some napkins, we wipe it up, and we move on. Are you doing a show, or are you not doing a show, is my point. I'm sick and tired of people pretending like they do a show and then not even showing up for it most of the time. Quit being a fucking baby, Johnny.
Because it's no longer good for my health. There's too many stairs, and I need a place that's wheelchair friendly.
Hey, Johnny, I don't want to fucking upset you in any way here, but you know, no matter where you go in life, right, there's probably going to be stairs. There's always going to be stairs, brother. So what are you talking about?
So it's time for me to find a place.
I am searching for a land without stairs, and I need $3,000 for it.
Needs a crib, which is why I'm hoping maybe you'll help. The space needs to be able to accommodate myself, my 2 cats, and my daughter on occasion, whilst also...
That's the other thing, the 2 cats. Why do you have 2 cats? I mean, I'm not shitting on having pets. I love my cats, whatever, right? But like, you are not capable of caring for cats. You're telling me you clean their litter boxes? Johnny, you're telling me you clean your cat's litter boxes. Do you know when I do my cat's litter boxes? I just did them today. By the time it's over with, my 42-year-old ass, my fucking knees hurt, my back hurts. Doing 3 litter boxes is a fucking project for me. And I'm sure Johnny probably only has 1 litter box for 2 cats. I'll bet money on it. Johnny strikes me as that type of guy. I bet your 2 cats probably share a fucking litter box, don't they, you fucking piece of shit? And you're telling me you get up to clean that all the time? You're taking their fucking, you're going to get those giant 7-pound bags of cat food, you're bringing them home. Where's your wife? Is your ex-girlfriend doing all that for you? Ice Dancer says woof is so damn expensive. Bro, the fucking, you know what I would give? Do you know what I would give? The food is fine. Whatever. You got to feed them. I get it. Food and all that kind of stuff. But do you know what I would give if I never had to pay for kitty litter again? That one expense. If Bad Luck Boys, if that had ended up being a success and I could get one sponsor above any other sponsor, a kitty litter company would be. I'd be like, oh God, if I never have to pay for litter again, I would live like a king. Virgie said, I'm fucking calling it now. I don't know what he's calling. You can't just say I'm calling it now. You're calling what now? Ice Dancer said, bro, you have 3. I would neck myself. Yeah, no, it's not easy. But I also don't have MS. And I also didn't fucking want 3. For the record, I got stuck. To this day, I got fucked over with March. I was promised that there was a place for her at a rescue. I was told, and then I trapped her. And then the rescue told me to go fuck myself. And that became 3 Cat Mersh. What was that going to do? Put her back out in the streets in the winter? Virgie says, Mersh, I bet you fucking money. I bet money Johnny is going to move in with Aaron and pocket all of this money. I bet you this was Aaron's idea. Ooh. Ooh. All right, let's mark that one down. If that happens, I'm not taking credit for that. That's all Virgie. That's a good, I like it. It's, can I be honest with you? From a logic perspective, it makes sense. But if they do this as a grift and then he moves in with him, they're going to get eaten alive.
That is my only income. That's how I make ends meet.
He makes his ends meet. That's the only way he can make money is by streaming. Then why do you do this?
Fair enough. Have you heard of I think they're called sheath underwear? It's got a pouch for each ball individually and or your balls separate from your dick and your legs, rather.
I'm not doing a show. We're done.
You might want to try that.
I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
No,
Yeah?
I
Okay.
fell and I made a mess because I spilled the water I was trying to bring over here, and I have had it with my body today. I can't fucking do a show anymore. I need to turn this off and go. So
All right.
that's
All right.
what
You
I'm
guys
doing.
have a great one. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, fucking sorry. I don't. Fuck it. Whatever. I make like $20 to do this stupid thing. I can't do this.
See, and there it is. Okay, so you don't need that $20. So that $20 ain't worth it to you? Johnny, you make $20 maybe. Maybe you make $20. Maybe you make $15. But if you do it 5 days a week, 6 days a week, you show up one night, you make $100. And if you do it long enough and you get in a fucking place like where guys like us, where, you know, there was a time I was making like fucking 300, 400, 500 a night easily, like consistently, right? For about 6 months there. You get accustomed to a certain, you know, income, and then that income ain't there. But not coming in or storming out every time you make spillies on your water, it leads to less opportunities to make money. Johnny, your problem has nothing to do with MS. It has everything to do with the fact that, and take it from me, and I'm not projecting onto you. I suffer from the same shit you do. Well, not MS, but when I'm talking to you, I'm also talking to myself because I could do better. We could all be doing better. But the truth be told, Johnny, you're lazy. You're lazy. You sit around and smoke weed all day. And you make fucking excuses for why you aren't where you want to be. Meanwhile, there are people that have been born way, way, way more behind than you on the fucking pecking order and climbed their way up higher. So I don't want to hear it, Johnny. There's legless dudes running races, you know, all over the world, dude. All kinds of fucking, you know, stories of people overcoming shit. So you're just being a crybaby, and you don't you're not doing anything to ensure that your body even gets better. You know what I mean? I would love to see like the kind of food Johnny eats. I would love to see the kind of shit Johnny does all day. Like I guarantee you, Johnny is a fucking slob all day, and he's not getting any better doing that. No excuses, Johnny. People are going to bail you out this one time, but I got to ask you, Johnny, seriously. Let's say you get all 3,000. You just said you need a place that will let you have 2 cats and let you bring your kid over once in a while, which that's irrelevant, right? Most apartments and other places, if you're allowed to have your kid over with you, like they're not going to make a big deal. But pets, you got to put in a pet deposit, Johnny. Most apartment places now, it's like $100, $150 per pet deposit. So that's $300 right there. You're going to have to pay at least an extra $50 a month per pet in most of these apartments or wherever you're going to lease from. And maybe you're just a small town. Maybe you got a friend who's going to hook you up with a good rent, whatever. But let's say that you're going to pay, I'm being conservative here in current year. What is he going to have So your kids are going to come visit you in a 1-bedroom apartment, or are you going to have a 2-bedroom? I mean, you should realistically, at your age with kids and stuff, have a 2-bedroom apartment. So let's say 2-bedroom apartment. Let's say St. Cloud. I don't even know how much apartments go for out there. I don't know what to compare it to. Like, I know I pay $1,500 a month. I don't know what, but I have a good deal with my landlord. We get along. I don't have to worry mostly about shit like, you know what I mean? You and I see eye to eye. So, but I know a lot of people, if they had what I had in Florida right now, they'd be paying like probably $1,800 a month more. So, I'm just trying to think, Johnny, realistically, let's say let's just use simple boy numbers, $1,000 a month. You're going to want first and last month's rent. So that's $2,000. And that's going to leave you with one more month's rent. What's the plan? What's the plan long term? And I'm just being legit here, man. Not even trying to be a dick, but let's say we give you $3,000. What, after a few months, what's the plan? How are you going to maintain and keep that place? Are we going to have another GoFundMe? Are we going to, I just want to know. And again, this is not me being even jokey or shitting on Johnny. I'm genuinely thinking out loud as a man, like man to man right now. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Grow the fuck up. Oh, yeah, I was saying, so Aaron's going to keep Johnny around for the same reason like homeless people get a dog, right? Because it gets like empathy from other people. So like Aaron's, see it again, this actually, Virgie really might be onto something. In Aaron's mind, because again, you know, I've heard Moody explain it pretty well. I don't know what Moody does for a living, but I feel like the guy's read a psychology book or two, at least. He's dabbled, no pun intended. But he was talking about how Aaron basically just, since he doesn't have any empathy for people, he can't view himself through the eyes of other people. It's one of the drawbacks. So like Aaron, this does smell like an Aaron move, because again, that's why I'm not good at figuring out what Aaron's going to do, because he's so illogical that like, I'm always trying to think, like, I'm usually good at like with logical people. Once I can understand like what drives them and, you know, what motivates them and what they want. And like, once you figure people out, there's like 10 archetypes of people. You're like, oh, you're one of those guys. Yeah, this is easy. Aaron's just so hard to figure out because he's a psycho. And, but Moody's point kind of rings true now. If Aaron were to do this, right, in Aaron's mind, he'll think that like, yeah, people will think I'm a good guy. I'm looking out for Johnny. Aaron will now have a guy around him that, and by the way, who the worst thing you could do is move in with a guy that you work for. Because if you thought Aaron was a moody, brooding little prick to his ex-wives and everybody else that's ever lived with him, you don't think he's going to do it to fucking Johnny? Passive aggressive bullshit and all that kind of crap. But yeah, Aaron will have this like, yeah. Virgie goes, it's pretty easy once you understand that he always makes a terrible fucking move and money and clout are always the motivator. Yeah, Virgie, but you're good at, like, I don't know, man. It's like, I gotta give Aaron credit, man, because he thinks of unique ways to fuck shit up in ways that I was like, wow, I wouldn't even have thought of that. You're going above and beyond blowing yourself up and shooting yourself in the foot. So the more I'm thinking about this theory Virgie has, I'm thinking he might be dead on. I think Johnny gets some money, gives it to Aaron, they move in, and now it's Johnny, don't do it. It's going to be a nightmare.
Hit the like button. Okay, Doom, you're gone again. That's it. I'm so sick of you anyway. Doom knows, and everybody else knows.
Doom knows. Doom's a clipper.
You're gonna go give Doom the opportunity to make a fucking internet platform to build his fucking business off the money he made from selling rotten tennis shoes? Man, people do not like you, do they, Doom? All of these people named Doom are the migrants that walked across the border. I literally asked you today to make my content go viral. Did you make my content go viral?